What's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD, and we're about a week since the Modern Warfare reveal dropped, breaking the internet and Call of Duty going back to Modern Warfare this year. And the setting and narrative of the game look to be incredibly controversial. I'm sure all of you have heard the two campaign missions that were shown behind closed doors to myself and the other YouTubers and press, but if not, you can check it via a link in the description below. Now, alone from the two missions we've heard about, this sounds like it's going to be a very controversial release this year. Tons of things in it that hit very close to home, but a new controversial feature got revealed yesterday, which is definitely going to cause even more controversy. And this has all got to do with how civilian collateral damage works inside of the campaign. As I'm sure you're all aware, you might remember from previous campaigns, if you accidentally shoot one of your team or a friendly civilian, you will have failed the mission and it will pop up on screen that friendly fire will not be tolerated. Well, this is thrown completely out of the window with this new feature, as in Modern Warfare, this does not happen as easily. The campaign is not going to stop the mission if civilians are killed. The characters around you, though, will react to what you've done and change the overall mood of what's happening, but the mission won't fail. The fact that characters will react to what wrong you are doing and change the mood with what they say and how they act will definitely act to the realism and hit home on what we as the player are doing to affect that world. Instead of it appearing that you failed the mission, you'll be given a collateral damage ranking at the end of the mission, ranked from A through F for what you did. So A ranking would be if you didn't harm any civilians, and F would obviously be if you went and caused absolute chaos. Hearing directly from Infinity Ward on this, they said that Call of Duty has always had friendly fire will not be tolerated warnings when you kill too many civilians. Obviously, they're trying to make things much more realistic and much more visceral, so if you kill a single civilian, you'll feel bad because you might see a woman go for a gun, but instead she's going to grab her baby. They want you to feel bad, and the characters around you will respond and react to what you did. On top of this, there's a similar system in here to LA Noire, where they're going to have NPCs called unknowns, which is an unknown until they prove whether they're a threat or not. If you kill no innocents and you evaluate all unknowns correctly, then you'll end up with an A rank. And if you kill more than 3, you will get an F rank. There are rewards associated with being as accurate with your threat assessment as possible. Now, hearing all this is really interesting for those, including myself, that are those 100% completionists that will definitely play this campaign more than once to try complete it on veteran. But not only do you have to complete the missions on veteran, as well as collecting all the intels to get that 100%, but now you'll also have to achieve that A ranking by replaying the missions over and over to really learn and understand which unknowns are a threat or not, and evaluating all of those properly whilst not killing too many civilians. There'll probably be some missions where it are almost impossible to avoid, so I'm really interested to see how exactly this all works out. This has all come from a recent interview with PC Games N, so big thank you to them for getting this information. And what's even more incredible is they asked a question about how it feels to make a story that is this close to home and really is this shocking. And Jacob Minkoff, the campaign director, went on record to say that they've had multiple playtesters cry at some of the things that are in this game. At first, they thought it was a joke when they heard that these playtesters had cried playing the game, but they watched videos and it was a real human moment, and they were pretty mind blown that they worked on a game that had made someone cry. Now, I don't think there's ever been a Call of Duty campaign that has ever made people cry before, so I am all the more on board to see what the heck they have inside of this campaign which caused playtesters to have that much of an emotional reaction. We also got a small confirmation of how long the Modern Warfare campaign is going to be from an interview with Game Reactor EU, where the studio narrative director gave a first indication of how long it's going to be. And whilst he wouldn't give a specific time frame because they're still working on it and every single tweak they make to the difficulty or anything like that can really affect the gameplay time, so they're not actually explaining the length, but what they did say is that it's a traditional Call of Duty campaign length. Previous Call of Duty games from Infinity Ward have been around 7 to 8 hours in length, some more, some less. I'm definitely not complaining at all when it comes to that length, but to see this sort of collateral damage score feature in this campaign changes everything, because I don't think there's ever been this much emphasis or effort into your particular actions in a campaign since we had with Black Ops 2 and its multiple endings. Feature honestly sounds like something that was in a recent release called Spec Ops: The Line, where in that campaign, towards the end, it felt super intense because it forced you to make really difficult choices and it made you feel guilty for those afterwards. By the sounds of it, this campaign is going to be no short of similar things like that, and this feature is definitely going to mix things up and of course make that campaign even more replayable, even though we already have the confirmation that progression on weapons will be between all three modes. So you can rank up the weapons to get that dark matter camo if there is such an equivalence in this game via the campaign. But I'd love to know down below in the comment section, what do you think of this collateral damage score system that they're adding in the campaign for that ultra realistic visceral experience? I can already see there's probably going to be a few journalists that are going to be up in arms about this, as they already have been about the story of this campaign, but I definitely think Call of Duty needs to be more realistic, and hopefully Modern Warfare is going to deliver on all fronts with that. If you enjoyed the video, leaving a thumbs up would be absolutely amazing of you. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support on my Modern Warfare videos recently. If you want to stay up to date with any new news we get regarding the game, then be sure to subscribe with the bell tick so you don't miss out on my future uploads. I've got lots of great stuff lined up for you guys, including throwback content on the old Modern Warfares, tons of custom Call of Duty zombies, as well as videos on the Black Ops 4 maps we have now, so plenty to look forward to. But thank you so much for watching as always and tuning in for another video of mine. You guys are the GOATs, but thank you so much. I'll catch you next time.